Hey YouTube, I'm Kenneth Ryan.
I'm Lindsay Resop.
And we're back with another exciting episode of Fanfiction Friday. We are returning this week to Clockwork because we have to keep plugging away at this one if we're ever going to finish it. And we're picking up where we left off, which is chapter 26.
We're getting closer to being halfway done.
And I think we're still in the World Tournament, which is great.
Yeah.
But, I...
Just, sudden, time jump. Okay, the tournament ended, 3 weeks ago. We're home now. Yay!
God, I hope so.
No. They're playing chess again.
But, here we go. The first word is silver, so I'm going to let you take it away with chapter 26.
Silver frowned down at the chessboard. Red sat across from him, fiddling with the white queen he had just taken. Silver glanced up at Red and moved his king as Red's ebony bishop slid a bit too close for his liking. Gold watched them both, lying on the floor, his head pillowed on his arms. Green was chatting with Sharon on the phone.
"This is boring," Gold said, blowing his fringe out of his face. Oh, I sort of have a fringe today.
It looked hilarious earlier.
I know. Silver spared his boyfriend a glance. Oh, they're official now. I mean, they better...
boyfriends,
yeah.
Yay.
Gold raised his eyebrows, looking hopeful. Silver reached around and tossed an old encyclopedia he had found on one of the shelves at the raven-haired team. Gold squeaked in shock as it landed a bit too close near his head. I know it's late when we film these, but please. No, it's cool. I definitely yawned earlier today. Mm-hmm. Silver shifted, amazing, I think they mean amazed. Amazing that his backside still felt sore after his first time in the hot tub. Ladies and gentlemen, you should not be in this level of pain for this many days.
I mean, I don't know if it's been days.
It has to have been. Because there's at least been 2 days of World Tournament that happened.
I mean, they had sex, and then it was tournament.
So that's day 1. And then day 2 happened. Because they didn't do all 8 rounds.
I think they might have.
No. They said that it stopped at one point.
Did they?
Yes.
Did they?
Between chapters was a day.
Okay, then. This is a day or 2 later, then.
It should not.
It shouldn't hurt still.
No, and I'm very...
This person has never had sex in the butt, apparently.
Or if they have, they've had, the worst time ever.
Yeah.
God, if it ever is like this, see a doctor, because something's wrong.
Probably.
Gold really must have pounded into him. No shit.
He kind of did.
Silver had been a virgin at the time, and when Gold realized this, hadn't stopped smirking for the rest of the day. That's cute and all, but...
he de-virginized him, yay.
Big deal.
What's the phrase I'm looking for here?
Deflowered?
Virginity is a social construct or whatever.
Yeah, virginity is a social construct used to control women.
Yeah,
I've definitely read an article that started with that title, and I was like, "This is a joke."
No. I mean, also, yeah.
I don't know.
Mostly women.
It was ridiculous.
Mostly women.
Anyways,
because no one cares if a guy's a virgin.
No.
This is Gold.
You're so mean to me. My throat. Gold whined, grabbing the thick tome of a book and flipping its dusty pages open to something on animal biology and ecology and other extreme science-ish things. Want to make that up for me? The redhead snorted as he moved his pawn, taking Red's knight, which he had placed carelessly. Red grunted as he realized
Realized this,
watching the board with a close kind of scrutiny.
You know you love it, Silver responded, sitting back as Red carefully surveyed the board. Gold flipped through some more pages of the encyclopedia mournfully. This is Gold.
I want to do it again, Silver.
I don't, Silver retorted. If he didn't like it, then it's not a good thing. Well, he liked it at the time, but he doesn't.
No, he doesn't like it now.
He's sore for 3 days.
2
days, I don't know.
Which is not good.
So he should top this time.
Yeah, clearly.
Silver retorted. Red looked at them both, his mouth set in a position which suggested, not here, thanks. Gold rolled onto his back.
You loved it. You were screaming in pleasure.
Can my parents say that? I know, but I'm still sore, so no. Read your book, Gold.
So would you say yes if you weren't sore? And this isn't my book. You threw it at me.
Perhaps.
Check, Red said, having enough of the rather It's not suggestive. They're not suggesting. They're literally just being blunt about it.
Yeah, true.
You know? It's not suggestive banter. It's, I want to have sex with you, but I don't. But would you if you weren't sore? Yeah.
Sure. Maybe.
That was it. Red said, having enough of the rather suggestive banter that was firing over his head at the moment, moving his black rook to the same column as Silver's white king. Silver gave the ambered-eyed male a look that read, "We'll continue this discussion later," and turned his full attention back to the board. He saw Red's rook, queen, and bishop all closing in on his king. King. He only had a few measly pawns and a knight and his king left. Silver sighed. He wasn't going to win this. Red started humming happy birthday tunelessly as he waited for Silver to make a move. At least that...
It's always someone's birthday, so it's always a good time for happy birthday.
You know, at least that
it's what
stayed consistent.
Yeah, that was his reasoning or something. Like, oh, it's never good to sing... you can't sing Christmas songs when it's not Christmas, but happy birthday works because every day is someone's birthday.
Yeah, whatever.
That was what they literally said. In the
yeah, I know. I was like, whatever.
I know. I forfeit. Silver turned his king onto its side. Red, triumphant, threw his hands up in the air, very excited at his personal victory. When Red doesn't get that excited about winning.
Well, he did now.
Silver, grinning, turned to Gold, who was now aimlessly rolling round on the floor. God, he was an idiot. Silver smiled to himself more than anything as he watched the stronger male... Stronger male bump into the sofa by accident with a grunt and a soft swear word. But he was a lovable idiot. Silver hugged his knees, content to just watch Gold flop about. Red packed away the game and, standing, shuffled over to Green to embrace him from behind, causing him to shriek in surprise. Sharon... yelling over the phone, asking what had happened. Silver chuckled at the sound. Their personal guard really was a twitchy one. But this meant he was always ready for action at the slightest shriek or yell for help. Green, having calmed down, gave Red a warning look before breaking into a smile, reaching back and up to pet the silent man's hair, ruffling it fondly. Gold, noticing Silver watching him, ceased rolling to prop himself up on his elbows.
Silver?
Yes?
I'm still bored.
Well, what do you want me to do about it? Gold got up smoothly and walked over. He's smooth. Standing over the redhead. Gold grinned down at him before picking the pale, scarred... Why is he always scarred?
He's scarred. We get it. We've known forever.
Yes. The scarred teen is not a good description of people.
No, it's rude.
Yeah, kind of. And picking the pale, scarred teen up and throwing him over his shoulder. Turning pink at the action, Silver scrabbled at Gold's strong back. He's strong! And that comma should not have been there. Turning pink at the action, comma, Silver scrabbled at Gold's strong back, trying to get him to put him down. Looking over his shoulder, Silver hissed at Gold to put him down.
Thank you.
That was like the same exact sentence as before.
Thank you for
Gold,
that.
however, whistled cheerfully as he carried the smaller male effortlessly into their bedroom. Red, who had noticed their departure, giving Gold the thumbs up while sneakily slipping a hand into Green's back pocket to grope the psychologist's bum as he gossiped on the phone, oblivious to his surroundings.
Okay.
So they're cavemen.
Yeah.
With their... Okay. He's groping his butt. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing when they're probably carrying him off to the room after he's like, I don't want to have sex with you right now. As long as they don't actually have sex. That'd be terrible. I mean, he can change his mind, but whatever.
Silver can't control himself, though. You know this, and neither can Gold.
True.
They're horny teenagers.
Silver sighed, giving up as Gold kicked the door shut behind him, pulling Silver down into his arms bridal style. He's carrying him over his shoulder, and then he's like, flips him down into bridal style.
What?
Gold leaned in as if to kiss him. Silver closed his eyes, waiting, but it never came. Instead, his was greeted with a brilliant smile.
Sorry. It's just... So Nicki Minaj has a lyric, and I think it's like pink hair, thick ass, give him whiplash, and I just thought like that motion would give him whiplash.
Maybe.
I don't know. You're so cute, Gold said, chuckling, and Silver opened his eyes to send the handsome teen a glare. He yelped as Gold dumped him unceremoniously onto their bed. Sitting up, Silver pushed several strands of dark red hair out of his eyes, annoyed.
Drop me next time, man. He was cut off by Gold kissing him passionately.
Fuck that trope. Fuck it to hell.
You don't kiss people when they're talking. It's weird.
No.
It's weird.
Also, just fuck it. I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate that trope so much.
It's kind of like,
It's
let
like,
them say what they're saying.
Obviously, right?
Tongue and all, pressing him back into the headboard. Opening his mouth, Silver allowed the larger, stronger male access.
If they have sex right now, I'm gonna be so mad.
Probably, yeah. Their tongues sliding along each other, unless they do, like, proper preparation, even though he's still a little sore. Because it doesn't seem like it's like, oh my god, pain, sore.
Right,
it's just like
I know, but...
Sore.
But...
Yeah. If he prepares him properly this time...
He won't hurt.
Maybe. I'll allow it to happen without being, like, a bitch about it. But no, it's not being a bitch about it.
I'll be a bitch about it. I love to be a bitch about it.
Larger, stronger male access. Their tongues sliding along each other. Their tongues battled for dominance. The loser's tongue would be sent to the Shadow Realm. Whatever.
Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh fic?
I don't know. It's just like a audio file from like Pros DZ Voices, whatever some guy I follow on Tumblr.
Gotcha.
He's a good voice actor guy.
I gotcha.
Blah blah blah. The sound of the wet kiss was rather obscene, and Silver's cheeks flushed, reached up to grip at Gold's broad shoulders. He has broad shoulders too. As he pressed into the redhead.
So Silver's cheeks flushed and reached up to grip it. Like that's how it read to me, and I was
Silver
really confused.
cheeks flushed, reached up.
I know, but
Silver cheeks flushed,
reached up.
Reached up.
But
to
there's
grip
no
at
punctuation.
The sound of the wet kiss was rather obscene, and Silver's cheeks flushed, reached up to grab at Gold's broad shoulders as he pressed into the redhead, his weight heavy in a pleasurable way and warmth rolling off of his powerful frame.
Oh, is he powerful?
Yeah.
And strong? And broad?
More than Silver, at least.
God.
Silver broke the kiss first, breathing shallowly. Pupils dilated so only a thin circle of pale gray steel showed. Yeah. Gold smelt good, as in he smelt like he usually did. Musky, pine, and heady, but somehow more so than usual. It was like the golden-eyed teen was giving off pheromones or something. Yes, people give off pheromones.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. This is really funny that they included that into their fanfiction.
Yeah. Silver buried his nose in Gold's thick, choppy hair, inhaling deeply. Gold,
like
puzzled by his weird behavior, said nothing, perfectly happy for Silver to do whatever the hell he was doing. You smell good, Silver said thickly, hiding his face in Gold's strong neck. His neck is strong. Is his neck strong?
Does he have a body like The Rock?
I don't know. Or the Hulk.
I'm picturing something like that.
The Hulk. His neck is thick.
God.
Gold, looking down at the pretty redhead from the corner of his eyes, saw he was hiding.
You don't need to hide.
It's embarrassing. I thought his face was in his neck. How could you see that he's hiding or whatever?
From the corner of his eyes, duh.
I mean, yet you can't tell that he's hiding his face in your neck when he's nuzzling your neck?
Oh my god.
It's embarrassing. Silver moved from Gold's neck to the wide, powerful chest. His chest is wide and powerful, too. Resting his forehead against the black shirt Gold wore, Silver blew out a sigh, trying to cool down. He had no idea what was happening, but, what? He has no idea what's happening.
This is like...
What?
I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous, that sentence. But my brain is like, is this like date rape? Like he doesn't know what's going on because he's been drugged. Like, I can't believe I'm laughing.
I'm gonna like kneel quick. What's
it's just like, okay, so he's... what's going on? We're in a bedroom. Obviously, this is all leading up to sex, probably. But I don't know what's going on.
How did I get here? Who are you? Who am I?
Sudden amnesia. That's good. Knowing this fic, would you be surprised?
Oh, red X green, and then this. I'm not sure which one.
I can't tell you which one's pissed me off more yet.
I mean, probably red X green because the whole rape thing and like
that they didn't stop bringing up. Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, let's have sex now.
Anyways, sorry. You can keep going.
Oh, the camera's still on.
It's what?
The camera's still on. Oh.
Yeah, duh.
Oh, we didn't stop? I thought we were
No, I said we're going to cut.
I know. Yeah, I understand. Blah, blah, blah. No idea what's happening. But Silver had a nagging little feeling that somehow Gold's scent turned him on greatly. Unsure if he liked that concept. Silver calmed, listening to the slow thudding of Gold's heart in his chest, beating calmly, unlike his own, which was racing a mile a minute. Why is Gold so calm and Silver so out of... Silver's just...
Because Silver is now...
Silver's the bottom.
He's the bottom, so he has to fill the bottom tropes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because Gold is obviously a bara top.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Silver's like a twink bottom. So they're like, now they just have to meet the trope.
He's okay. It is him.
Yeah.
Neko and Tachi, or whatever those terms are.
I don't know those terms.
They're, like, gay slang for, like, the top and bottom.
Got it.
Neko means cat, though, so it's
kind of gross.
Yeah, okay.
Gold still didn't know.
Gold still didn't know how nervous with anticipation he made him. I think he knows, probably. He can, if you can feel his heart, he can feel your heart, probably.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Silver had found Gold after having sex with him. What? Silver had found that Gold after having sex with him hadn't curbed his desires.
Whose desires, though?
Gold's desires.
Okay.
So Silver found that after having sex with Gold, the sex itself didn't curb Gold's desires. I guess. So he's still as horny as ever.
Got it.
I guess.
With his monster dick and his big, thick body, yeah.
Instead, it had left him wanting more. Silver didn't know if that was okay or not.
It's not
or is Silver the one who was desires?
I literally
Silver
don't know
still
how that
wants
was supposed to be read. I couldn't tell you.
They both want, and it's fine.
It's not embarrassing to like how someone smells. If they smell good, then they smell good. I logic well because I am a smart man that is more than just muscle and broad shoulder. That's what I got out of that whole thing. Gold said, trying to get the smaller male... Smaller! To look at him. Silver said nothing.
There wasn't that much of, like, a size difference at first when they've met. It's like, okay, they're just...
But now that they're sexually
stocky,
involved...
and now he's, like, tall and broad, and I don't know. Stocky used to mean shorter, but okay.
Silver said nothing. Biting his lower lip, he gently ran his fingertips over Gold's shirt...
lip gloss on
Gold's shirt-covered abdomen. Enjoying the hitch in Gold's breathing, he repeated the action, feeling the taut abs flex and twitch under his touch. Silver recalled how he'd been able to look at Gold...
Thinking, like Bella from Twilight, like...
Edward?
She just does lip thing.
Edward?
Anyways...
Silver recalled how he'd been able to look at Gold, dripping wet, solid, sexy, and perfect during their romp in the hot tub, but hadn't been able to touch because he'd been pinned down for the majority of the ride.
Right?
Nobody's getting off Mr. Bones' wild ride. Silver decided now, whilst there was some kind of mood setting in, was the right time to explore the stronger male's body. Slipping his hands up and under the black shirt. I am so ticklish. You can't. You can't. I am too ticklish. Slipping his hands up and under the black shirt, Silver allowed his fingers to ghost over Gold's skin. I'm going ghost.
This happened in another fic, didn't it?
I know. And I remember, I know what it is now because I asked it that fic.
Yeah.
I think it was Submit.
Probably.
Heat
it
radiating.
might have been Makoto Sosuke, though. I don't know.
It was early, but I don't think it was that one.
Maybe not.
Heat radiating off of the soft skin in waves. Gold flinched, holding back a gasp as he watched the redhead, placing his palms flat against the solid, strong panels of Gold's stomach.
His stomach is strong, and his neck is strong, and his chest is powerful.
I like that he has little chicken legs. Because they haven't mentioned that he has strong...
Did he skip leg days?
Never skipped leg day.
Well, he's gonna grab his strong, meaty thighs later.
Your big, meaty claws.
Maybe we'd sound better if some of us weren't playing with big, meaty claws.
What did you say to me?
Big, meaty claws.
All right, everybody, now let's calm down. Oh, and now that talking cheese is telling us what to do.
That's the best episode of SpongeBob. Maybe. It's up there. It's high up there.
Where are we right now? Clockwork.
Like midnight. Or like
1 a.m.
It's like, yeah, it's 1 a.m.
Okay.
That was a little
Sorry, everyone. It's 1 a.m.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Because we can only really film together after one of us closes at work, pretty much.
Because we work, and yeah, we're always closing, but it's fine. Placing his palms flat against the solid, strong panels of Gold's stomach, Silver stayed like that for a while, feeling how every breath the hawk-eyed male took caused his torso to swell slightly. That's what breathing does. Filling his palms.
Yes. Like a boob. They fill his palms.
Silver, every ab is a boob.
He has 8 nipples.
Silver traced the hard
of his weird Pokemon experiments.
Please,
that
Gold.
was red.
Please.
That was red, and he was talking to green.
Silver traced the hard muscle with his fingertips. Gold shuddered. Silver looked up, surprised.
You're ticklish? Gold had a look on his face that pretty much read, "Oh shit."
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, then like the air horn. No, not the air horn. The siren. You know that song, right?
Maybe.
Oh shit. Oh shit. It's like a rap song, I think.
Probably not. Maybe.
Okay.
Probably. But
Anyways.
if I hear it later. Silver, grinning evilly, attacked the larger male. Larger. Gold yelped frantically, trying to get away. Silver wasn't going to let this opportunity pass. Pursued him.
Opportunity?
Silver, who wasn't going to let this opportunity pass, pursued him. Intent on tickling his partner into complete submission. Hey, submit. Do it. My foot is cramping.
Oh, God.
It's fine. It's just my foot. As long as it's not my calf.
We're falling apart this episode.
Gold shrieked, his normally low voice cracking, breaking slightly. Amused, Silver sat on Gold's strong legs.
Oh, I lied. He doesn't have chicken legs.
Running, his legs are strong, his chest is powerful, his neck is strong, his
we
arms,
get it.
Has his arms been described as strong
we
yet?
get it.
I guess.
We get it.
Yes, he's strong and muscular, and he's freaking shaped like the Hulk or something, and whatever, complete submission.
Get it.
Running his fingers teasingly over Gold's ribs, light, then roughly tickling him.
Shit! Ha 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 ha! Damn it, Silver! Stop! Gold rolled about. Silver sat fast, legs clamping down round Gold's jerking ones as he stayed put, knowing Gold was trying his best not to throw him off, which he could easily do. Silver had to admit, Gold was very much like...
Gold
was...
Pinning Gold was very much...
Oh, I missed a word. Pinning Gold was very much like trying to tame or break in a wild horse. Because he's hung like a stallion. His enjoyment was short-lived when Gold turned the tables, grasping Silver by his still slightly bruised, scarred
Why are
wrists.
his wrists bruised?
Is that from the sex too? Because that's bad.
I don't think so. I mean, it's not bad if they like it, whatever.
Did he like it?
Probably. But I don't think he would held his wrist really...
I don't remember it. My brain blocked it. I was like, it was bad. Flipping them over.
And his wrists are scarred still, yay.
Silver lying comfortably underneath his lean, muscled frame, Gold smirked as he watched Silver blink disoriented.
Hey! Silver cried out, realizing he was now on the bottom. LOL. Sex. Gold grinned triumphantly down at him. Leaning forwards, he nuzzled Silver's nose with his own before trailing down to place a small kiss on the silvery-eyed teen's jawline. Silver, unamused that he had been defeated so easily, lay there Silver's a decent fighter, I thought.
I don't
not really.
think so.
No,
I think
he didn't. He never really fought with anyone.
He kind of just sucks.
He doesn't seem that weak.
No.
Gold's a beast.
But
fighting.
Gold is a strong man.
Yeah, I guess Silver never really fought with anyone that we've seen at all.
True.
He just, starks and bitches at people.
True.
Stuffy so easily lay there under Gold, sulking slightly. Snorting, Gold nosed his cheek in a question. Does he not know words?
He's beast mode activated, man.
I guess.
I can't control myself.
Silver wriggled to get comfortable, reached to pull down his shirt, which had ridden up slightly. Go away, Silver said. What? Silver said, looking up at him with a grimace, and Gold stayed put. What?
Honey.
What?
If he says go
happening?
away, you go.
But he doesn't mean, but why is he saying go away? Because he's like, oh, I'm tickling you. Oh, you pinned me. Go away.
I don't know.
It's such a sudden change.
Just
we're all
happen.
playful and tickle fighting. And then, oh, you won, so I'm gonna go away.
Get
Silver
out.
said, looking up at him with a grimace, and Gold stayed put. Silver turned his nose up in a huff. Fine, they'd play the waiting game. Does he mean, get off, or whatever? Whatever. Minutes ticked by, and Gold still didn't move. Annoyed, Silver looked back at him to see Gold staring at him with an intense kind of scrutiny, his bright, sunny, golden eyes focused on his face. What are you looking at? Silver growled, pretending to be angry, as Gold let out a heavy and rather dramatic sigh.
Why was you the emphasis word?
What do you mean?
There's
What
only...
are you looking at?
To me, that doesn't make sense. I feel like you would emphasize you when you're trying to... if there's a group of people and you want to pinpoint one specific person. I felt like looking should be the emphasis.
Nah.
I'm dumb.
It could work, but no.
I don't know. I'm very tired, too, but it's fine. Did you say Silver growled?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Dramatic
Sorry.
sigh.
At you, and how beautiful you are. Flushing a delicate shade of pink, Silver had realized Gold just automatically made him Kallur, whether it was pleasure, embarrassment, or whatever. He had accepted it as the norm now, seeing as he and Gold officially had become an item. Shaking his head and muttering... You have something to say? You did a thing, I'm ready.
He blushes at every single fucking thing. It's it's not how Silver was. I want the old Silver back.
Me too.
The battery's low.
Okay, well, it'll last 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Shaking his head and muttering about how Gold was blind, Silver looked away stubbornly. Gold was silent, and Silver wriggled, shifting slightly underneath the pleasant weight, which was gold. Which was gold. Period. Gold. You don't do that. You don't start a sentence with the same word you ended it with. That's just common knowledge. Mm-hmm. Gold seemed to realize he was squashing the redhead somewhat, rolled off to lie next to him on the bed, a hand reaching out to curl a lock.
He was laying comfortably
Not
under
anymore.
him. And I was like, oh, no, he's not comfortable.
Next to him on the bed, a hand reaching out to curl a lock of long, dark, foxy red hair round his index finger. Why'd you grow out your hair?
Why is he asking this?
Silver shrugged, not really knowing the answer to that himself.
I never saw anyone when I was a child, or I rarely did anyway. He saw lots of people when he was a child.
Yeah.
Cutting hair seemed a bit trivial at the time, thus it just grew long. I wasn't too... But she was the nurse when he was a baby. She doesn't actually know this. I wasn't too bothered about cutting it, and I liked it, so it stayed.
Would you consider cutting all this off? I think you'd look pretty cute with short hair, but I much prefer your long hair. Personally, that is. Thank you.
What was the point of that sentence?
Gold held up a handful of silky hair. Silver shook his head. He wouldn't dream of cutting the hair he had so carefully grown over the years.
But he doesn't know why he grew it.
But apparently he grew it carefully.
And he wouldn't dream of cutting it.
Pleased, Gold left the hair slither through his fingers to fall with a soft
Get out of that tangle.
rustling noise to the bed sheets. So ASMR. Okay, Silver raised himself on one arm to hover, looking down over
Already
Gold, who smiled lazily up at him, his amber eyes liquid sunlight. I feel like they said that already.
They said sunshine already, yeah.
Liquid sunlight. Silver couldn't help himself. Leaning down to kiss Gold, he paused, hesitating, shy. Gold, sensing his dilemma, gently reached up and pulled him down to connect their lips in a sweet kiss that quickly turned dirty and rough, with Gold reaching down to grab a handful of Silver's arse, yanking the pale-skinned...
Pale-skinned...
I know. I thought, like, skinned as in, like...
He skinned him? That'd be a whole different kink that I don't think this fic is going to explore.
It's 1:15. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Pale-skinned teen's leg up and over, so he was straddling his waist, torsos flushed up against one another, the kiss unbroken. They broke apart after a long, slow session. A slim string of saliva connecting their lips.
Ew.
That is so gross. I hate that. Silver's pale pink lips now stained a pretty and attractive dark sorbet.
Sorbet?
Pink.
What color is sorbet pink?
Or is that supposed to be red sherbet? Sherbet.
No, it's sorbet.
Sorbet pink.
That's an actual thing.
Okay.
I don't know that color exactly.
Time to do a quick Google search. I'm sorry, you guys won't be able to see
I can do
this.
it on my phone, maybe? I don't know.
Sorbet pink.
That's a lady's pink sorbet.
Cool.
So if someone makes a sorbet and it's pink,
It's pink, that's it.
They can make it any shade of pink that they want. So
Grinning roguishly at the redhead, Gold kneaded the soft, rounded butt in his hands.
Kneading it.
It's like dough. Bolting upright, his face as red as his hair, Silver struggled.
I think of work today because we had to throw away some of that dough because it was overproofed. So
I was
just like holding it, like throwing it in the air and stuff, and just like punching it.
Struggled to get away, but was pulled down into Gold's arms, hugging him tightly. Gold was perfectly happy to stay that way, listening to Silver's racing heart and his equally rapid, light breathing. Silver stayed lying on top of Gold quietly, enjoying the warmth and how safe he felt in the hawk-eyed teen's arms. Unknowingly, the two totally forgot the time and fell asleep like that in each other's arms, fully clothed, a respective small smile upon their lips. I'm so glad they didn't have sex.
Yeah. This is the dancer lady, DJ
All right.
Mary.
There's a line
There's
break.
a line break, but
It's me again, because I'm the voice. Welcome! He's trying to sleep.
This is the Dumbledore voice.
Do they work?
Yes.
Welcome to Day 3! Kanto versus Sinnoh is the first event of Section B football! For those of you who come from Hoenn, you probably call it soccer, Tilda! DJ Mary on the mic! Let's see our athletes stay looking rested and ready for action! The DJ woman began announcing the players as they entered the pitch. Pit, possibly?
Pitch.
Okay.
It's a soccer pitch.
Okay. Red at the head of the Kanto group, with Green, Surge, Blaine, and Brock close behind. No women? Sexist. Cynthia, looking radiant, hell yeah, entered with her small Sinnoh team. Vulcaner, looking sour, and with Byron, a bearded, purplish-haired man. Something about dyeing his beard and hair that color for charity. Kallur, I'm sorry. And the chirpy Maylene on either side of the scowling blonde. As Section B's first round of the first event begins to warm up, let's take a look at the players. Red of Kanto is swim-built, perfect for sprints. ... She keeps talking, but it's ignored because they want to describe this instead.
Yeah.
Silver sat with Gold, along with Erica, Sabrina, Misty, and Koga and Janine. Sabrina expressing her good fortune that Red didn't buy her back on the team. She hated all three sports of Section B with a passion. Me too. I don't even remember what they were. Silver looked at each player for Kanto.
Well, soccer, basketball, and something else. Probably dodgeball or something.
Yeah, right?
I don't think so, though.
Red was lithe
like baseball,
and
maybe.
indeed perfect for quick sprints. He had excellent coordination, thus kicking a ball wouldn't be too difficult for him to do. He also has a mental illness, like a really bad one, that requires him to have a psychologist. Do you guys remember this? Do you remember that that's how they all met?
Yeah.
But they got out of all their, like, treatments and stuff because they're athletes now, I guess. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Kicking the ball wouldn't be difficult for him to do. His lanky frame also portrayed his power. Surge was pure muscle and would be the power zone of Kanto.
I don't know much about soccer.
For the second event of Section B.
Football.
Rugby. Oh, rugby's in there.
Oh, yeah, rugby and then basketball.
Average in speed, Surge would mainly be defense. Green, built like Red, only slimmer, would be that midfielder who tripped people up and over, stealing the ball artfully before passing on to Brock,
soccer.
who would handle the ball well, but not enough to control it for an extended period of time. Finally, Blaine, who was a mixture and adaptable. A mixture of what? Speed and power, I'm guessing. The Sinnoh side actually looked tough. Cynthia was just as quick as Red, and Volkner had the power, and because he looked so annoyed, Silver had a feeling he was going to try his best in order to get the event over. Byron was quite stern-looking, a formidable player, no doubt. Apparently, Roark was his son or nephew, and the bright and chatty Maylene had technique. Okay. Kanto were wearing their blue away kit, and Sinnoh was wearing their home kit in white. Brock sat out a reserve as Surge became the goal for Kanto and Byron for Sinnoh. Not goalie, but goal. He is the goal. You want to hit Surge.
I guess.
If all went fast, today half the matches would be completed, and tomorrow, Thursday, so today's a Wednesday, the football/soccer would continue before the points would be added. It was Kanto and Sinnoh, Unova and Jonto today, and then after the break would be Hoenn and Unova, and if possible, Sinnoh.
What?
Sinnoh's already playing.
Well, they're doing, like, everyone playing against everyone. Maybe. Or just, like, the winner playing against, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. And they're off! Blaine in possession of the ball! However, Volkner,
in football.
Sinnoh's Sunny Shore representative, matches him easily. And they're blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Is it
full?
So...
I'm just gonna interrupt. You can turn off the camera. My camera just kind of died, and I'm just gonna keep.
One works again.
I'm just gonna keep this episode going as a audio show because it's late, and I don't feel like emptying out the memory card right now.
This is gonna happen more often, I guess.
So, until I buy a second memory card that actually works. Sorry, guys, this is gonna be an audio show, so we're gonna just continue with this line that I'm sure you already heard. And they're off! Blaine in possession of the ball, however, Volkner, Sinnoh's Sunny Shore representative, matches him easily. They're evenly matched, and Volkner in possession. What an excellent tackle! Gold let out a small groan. Silver sat on the bench, propping himself up with his arms, shoulders hunched. He had never liked football much. It was boring to him. Gold was the polar opposite and loved the sport.
What happens if you just don't play football? Silver asked, no one in particular. And Misty laughed, turned to look at her fellow redhead. Well, she was a brunette, but her carrot orange dyed hair still counted.
She's not a brunette because her hair is carrot orange.
Yeah. Misty was, like, really annoying.
She was almost...
You're screwed! I don't know. You're screwed! Ruby-ish.
Yeah.
This is why Section B is so difficult, because whilst the champions will be good, the actual athlete representatives might not be. But it's all about being versatile and adapting. We're all so good, it shouldn't be too hard to fail in the first 10 minutes of the game before warming up to it. Blaine is a perfect example there. Volkner stole the ball, but he's now doing pretty well marking him. Okay.
Way to lose the voice there.
Yeah. Silver made a small as he watched the game. Green was closely marked by Maylene. It seemed she had some kind of cheerful vendetta against him for the all-Kanto final of round 8 yesterday. Oh, for the fighting, I guess.
Yeah.
Was she in there? I guess. So. I guess she was. Okay. Red and Blaine switched placed, and the Kanto champion slipped in, stealing the ball from Volkner, who dropped to allow Cynthia to tackle her opponent. She doesn't tackle the opponent, they tackle the ball in football.
Well, they're tackling the opponent in this version.
I guess.
This is like a weird mixture of soccer and, like, American football.
That's what it sounds like, at least. But it's apparently just soccer / football / whatever.
Apparently.
Tackle your opponent. The two dancing round each other. Red passed to Green, who passed just before Maylene could tackle him. Blaine snagging it, surged close behind.
So, I want to say that I guess it's a good thing that we jumped to audio show because they're getting as much of a visual as we are about what's going on right now. So I hope they're doing a good job explaining it because I'm not really totally clear what's going on.
It's like they'd have a better visual if it was still visual.
I know, but I'd be already doing like stupid hand motions to be like, he did this, because
I guess.
Yeah. Anyway.
The game ended with Kanto 1 and Sinnoh 0.
And Lance takes possession of the ball! Alder's being put through his paces, no doubt. Oh, and he scores! You know how in soccer, like, it's like, goal! Goal! And they, like, hold it forever. The stadium boomed in approval at Lance's quick goal. Silver shut off from the game. Me too. Looking around, he spotted the many exits in the stands and all the security in their suits looking surly. Shirin was up near him at the nearest exit watching the game through his sunglasses. Today was another hot day, and Silver, as much as he hated wearing short sleeves, was wearing a plain navy shirt and jeans. In order to hide his scars, Faulkner had lent him some of his older wrist guards.
He doesn't care about his scars being seen by people usually.
Well, he cares now. Faulkner had lent him some of his older wrist guards.
I mean, he kind of did, yeah, I guess, but not really.
He had worn down in archery practice. They were black and red, the plastic guards scratched and worn.
So Faulkner knows that he has scars, but he does... So this guy that you met yesterday, you're like, okay, I have these scars, will you lend me your wrist guards to hide them from all these strangers that I don't care about the opinion of because I hate people? But now I don't because I want other people to think well of me even though they don't know me, I guess. I have no idea.
I literally don't know what this plot development is, but it's there. Silver didn't really want to hide his scars. He wore them proudly, but Green had advised him it was better to do so lest he get unwanted attention.
Okay.
I guess.
Why would Green want him to share? He's a psychologist. He's like, oh, you shouldn't be ashamed of your scars, probably. Most psychologists who are actually good at their job would be like that at least.
Green's not, though.
Like, you shouldn't be like, proud of them or anything, because like, oh, I hurt myself, yay.
Silver looked up as Jonto scored again. Faulkner was standing on the sidelines, looking pale as he clapped. Great, I'm glad to know he doesn't tan.
Why is Faulkner pale?
Jonto had to do a quick substitute from Faulkner to Morty, as the blue net really did have poor stamina. Oh. Silver glanced away again, looking back at the security, all of them clumped in clusters. He didn't like it.
In clusters? Because clumping is something other than clusters, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
He didn't like it how they looked like a different species. It was a bit insulting of him to say, but he never really liked bodyguards and the like. Shirin was fine, and he was pretty sure the rest were too, but his father had this one man. He was strange and liked puppets and marionettes. His name was Petrel. Does that name instill fear into your heart?
Petrel?
I'm gonna say Petrel.
Petrel.
Petrel would often tell him when the silvery-eyed male was small
child.
When silvery-eyed male was small child that he enjoyed ripping tongues out, listening to the dying breath and gurgled screams of the victims as they choked on their own blood.
Okay.
Silver shuddered as he was briefly reminded of Agatha.
Shuddered.
I miss her. I never thought I would say it, Agatha. But I miss her.
Even though she was such a stereotypical, bad, evil character.
But she at least made sense.
I know.
This doesn't make sense to me. Unsure as to why he had gone to such a disturbing realm of his mind.
Exactly.
Silver quickly found Gold's hand, grasping it, squeezing it. Gold looked down at him, surprised. Silv?
It's nothing. Gold stared at him quietly for a few seconds, not believing him in the slightest. Silver had to admit Gold really knew how to read him now, and that was okay. If only we knew how to read you.
Right. And we're literally reading you.
Yeah, it's like, you don't make sense. At all. Silver liked it that Gold could understand him when others could not. Giving Silver another careful look, Gold turned back to the game, holding Silver's hand as the redhead banished the unpleasant thoughts from his mind. However, is the Petrol guy going to be there?
Oh
that'd
my
be hilarious.
God.
Probably not, but I don't think so. However, not of uneasiness settled to stay in his gut. What was this feeling?
Loathing.
Loathing.
Oh, God,
your
sorry.
face, your voice, your clothing.
Lesbians.
Silver knew. Yes. Lesbians. Silver knew it didn't have anything to do with him or Gold, or his feelings for Gold. Those were perfect. Everything he'd ever wanted and more. You never wanted this in the beginning.
You hated him.
Yeah. Gold had somehow also snuck into his heart and locked himself in there. Silver knew without Gold, he would be a shattered mess still.
You kind of still are, buddy.
Yeah, you're a mess. Silver had helped him heal in ways he never thought he could ever have
Gold
done.
had helped him.
Yes.
You said Silver.
Oh. Gold had helped him heal in ways he never thought he could ever have done.
Cool.
He never thought he could ever have done. That was why he really loved Gold and cared about him. Silver glanced about again, noticing different things now, his sharp eyes picking out different qualities of people. Silver liked to people watch. Yes, that's actually something that we
knew
remember.
that. I'm glad. I'm glad that's coming back.
It gave him information about people, whether they were friendly or not. There was a female guard with oval glasses and ginger brown hair over in the south stands. How can he see this?
In a stadium of billions, Silver can pick out all of the security guards.
I guess. I need to throw that away. Okay. Talking on her communications device, her hair scrunched back in a severe ponytail.
Severe?
Yes, it means tight. He recalled her name was Lorelei, a strict woman who didn't have time for fun and games.
Why does her name matter if she's not going to do anything more than be a description?
I don't know. We could probably turn that light off.
No.
Her nails were immaculate, her lips perfectly lined in a nude pink, and tiny diamond stud earrings. She wasn't married. She had a cat, judging by the way she dusted off her trousers in a petting stroke, and she hated wearing heels by the way she stood slightly to the side in them.
Does any of this matter?
He's just observing people, I guess. Silver moved to the north stands, spotting several guards there. One had a fake watch. Silver knew because of the scratches on the watch face. How could he see this?
Billions of people are in these stands.
So far away. Even from, 5 feet away. Okay, maybe more like 20. But still, he's watching them from at least a couple 100 feet away. At the very least. If not, a couple 100 yards.
Right? Ugh.
Whatever. The other two were twins, and he could tell them apart because the one on the left had a mole on his neck near his earpiece wire.
That he can see.
Apparently. Johto scored again. Lance doing a lap of victory. Silver didn't really like Lance. He was nice enough, but rather vain. Volkner had been complaining about him since day one. But then again, Volkner never how is he Volkner complaining? Volkner doesn't talk to people.
Right?
Whatever. And Gold talked to him for the first time the day before this.
Yeah,
whatever.
My boyfriend pinched me.
But
Sucks.
then again, Volkner never liked anyone. The only person Volkner truly seemed to stand and even smile at was Flint, the rowdy organizer with the badass afro. Those had been Gold's words, not his. Close parenthesis. We have no hand gestures
It's
for this.
fine.
According to Faulkner, though, Lance was the best freestyle wrestler he had ever seen or met. What does this matter? What does this matter?
None of this matters.
Silver did not doubt his frail archer friend in the slight. Why is he frail now? Because he has low stamina because, I don't know. Because he has, a respiratory problem. So he's frail. Okay. That's, ableist or whatever.
Yeah, for real.
Unova was failing slightly in their match, as Morty, contorting slightly, passed the ball in an awkward manner of kicking to Claire, who raced ahead, her powerful thighs working, sprinting up the field.
It's Wonder Woman Claire of Junto streaking up the field! Can Lenora block her charge? Oh, yes! Lenora saves it with an immediate pass to Jasmine! But Claire's there! Is there no stopping this woman? And she steals the ball from under Jasmine's nose and she scores! Yes! Junto 3 and Unova 1! Silver had to admit, as a sibling duo, Lance and Claire were a fantastic team. Both knew exactly how to work round each other.
Who gets along with their siblings like that?
No one.
No one.
However, Claire was a snooty bitch. Oh, damn. However, Claire was a snooty bitch, fussy, and also quite vain. She shot down anyone who was remotely more attractive than her. Almost like the Dark Queen from Snow White or something. Something about the fairest of them all. Scoffing slightly at his own thoughts, Silver watched as Gold cheered. Whilst they were here supporting Kanto wholeheartedly, he was a Jonto boy at heart, seeing as it was his home region, and would thus cheer for them too.
What does he care about Johto, though?
Silver
Does he care about his home at all? He hated his home. He has terrible memories of his home. Why would he want to...
I don't fucking care. You're thinking, like, you're, like, trying to logic this out, and I'm just, like, I'm taking it at face value. Because I've lost my will to...
Yes, okay, continue.
I don't know where I was
Silver
going.
looked up at the bright sun.
Silver looked up at the bright sun. Do you mean... Like, Clippy shows up, did you mean Gold's eyes? In the sky, shielding his eyes as he did so. It was ruthless, and seemed like it would be another scorcher tomorrow. Silver hid under their umbrella.
Why do they have an umbrella?
Thankful they were provided with the artificial shade. He would be cooking with a lovely lobster red burn by now if they hadn't. Silver didn't tan at all. He just burned and peeled after.
Yep, same.
Yeah, me too, actually. It was disgusting. Applying aloe gel for the rest of the day was not exactly how he planned spending his night at all. Gold had teased him relentlessly before helping him. Gold, however...
When was he ever sunburned before this?
Right.
Apparently it happened.
Gold, however, tanned like no other, of course. His skin already 2 tones darker from when they first came out from Kanto. Viridian got its fair share of sun, but because it was so close to the looming Mount Silver, whilst the sunlight was warm, yet it was not as blazing as this. He shuddered to think of what Hoenn was like in the summer. Brawley had told Misty, who had really wanted to go on holiday there, that it was stifling with an impressive 40 degrees now.
I don't know what that Celsius
Here, hold on. Oh, shit. I'll scroll back down.
40 degrees Celsius.
40, hold on.
Celsius to Fahrenheit is
104.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah, that's pretty warm. So I actually did that.
But I've seen hotter in Wisconsin.
Yeah, me too. An impressive 40 degrees right now in the more beachy areas, such as Slateport City or Pacific Log, or even his hometown, Dewford. The game ended with Jonto as a clear win with 7 and Unova at 3. Gold cheered heartily, and Silver, realizing he was still holding Gold's hand, let it go so his partner could applaud properly. The day also ended with Jonto in the lead and Kanto still in second, Hoenn in third, Unova in fourth, and Sinnoh in fifth.
They didn't say all the points this time.
I know.
Oh my god.
As they took the short lift ride down from the stadium, Silver watching through the glass, people watching again, he saw a man in a grease-stained worker's garb who was examining the large doors.
Or is he just randomly looking
with another man beside him as his support? It was funny because Silver never thought the massive automated doors needed any checks as they ran on electric hinges. They still need to be oiled and shit, otherwise they're not going to open. Mm-hmm. Shirin had told them how those enormous metal electronic doors could become magnetic force fields, screwing up any radar or tracking radiation, making the stadium almost invisible. Shirin had also said, I'm not even going to question it. Do you want to question it?
No.
That seems faulty, but whatever. It's canon in this fic. Shirin had also said that once the World Tournament ended, they would convert the gigantic facility into an army base camp, as their armed forces couldn't afford to stay in their current location due to overpopulation and the difficulty of the transportation of goods. So they're going to move their army because their army needs a stadium that can fit billions of spectators to be their base. So is the army of Unova billions of members? So how many billions of people live in this world?
I don't know.
Just a thought. And the difficulty of the transportation of goods. Because Drift-Vale had a massive port and cargo area, the base would be fully supplied easily every week instead of every month. They stepped out into the...
End of the paragraph.
They stepped out into the... Gold dropped back from where he had been chatting with Green about the games to sling a casual arm around Silver's shoulders. Red was currently in a briefing meeting for all the champions by Flint, who was explaining how the rugby worked. The second event of Section B. We knew that, so you didn't need to reiterate that. Well, because they didn't have the full 6, they would have to play a staggered 3-on-3 event, as would the basketball. Good matches, huh?
Indeed. Silver responded lightly, still having no real entertainment from watching the football. However, he had liked the atmosphere. It had been wild and colorful and very pleasant. Gold hummed before turning to Silver. Shirin was beside Green. The two were talking about clothing brands. Is he gonna go date Shirin now?
God, I hope so.
Shirin seemed surprised when Green admitted to liking Ralph Lauren. Gold sighed, watching the fabulous orange hues of the setting sun.
Did you mean Gold's eyes?
Yeah. He turned back to his smaller lover.
Did you notice those two guys at the gates?
Yeah, Silver replied softly, enjoying the walk with Gold. They're setting a bomb or something. The air smelt crisp, despite the heavy, hot heat of the sun lingering, radiating off the ground, causing slight heat haze.
Wonder what they were doing. They shouldn't need to be checking anything right now unless they want to open them up for some crazy performance like that weirdo from Hoenn. That weirdo from Hoenn was his boss, Juan, the renowned hairstylist and beautician who came in on a double-decked bus with a massive crane holding a life-sized doll's house. So a house?
Yeah.
A life-sized doll's house is just a house. So the crane was carrying a house. Silver chuckled. His act had been something fancy with streamers and sparklers and the whole shebang. Or shebang. He had even showered...
But his boss? Juan?
Yeah.
So, Gold's boss? Or
no, Silver's boss. The hairstylist.
Juan? Oh, that Juan. Yeah.
That Juan.
The one who doesn't actually get there at all?
Yeah, but they had a picture of him. Yeah.
Okay.
He had even showered the front rows with expensive champagne. No doubt he had ordered crates of the stuff to bring along just for that. It had been hideously extravagant, but lavishly presented in a fashionable way. So many, words that didn't need to be there.
Contradictory, too.
Silver had... Oh, God, English. That's totally right, but I hate... English, I hate when that happens. And I think you can get hads to go Silver had. Or something like that. Silver had a good look at his boss in his twin tails and neatly pressed jacket with the frills and boots with the fur and the ruffles and came to the conclusion that Juan was still a posh, snooty-looking nobleman. Gold had described him later as a poncy poodle in a frilly napkin. Silver had laughed at the image, whilst Green, who had overheard, had not been amused in the slightest. Maybe they're
This might be Silver.
I know it's Silver, I'm sorry.
I don't know if it is, but... Maybe they're recalibrating the hinges. I remember those gates didn't shut properly due to difficulties in the system. How does he know this? Gold nodded, remembering the awful screeching clank that had the gates grinding to a halt, leaving the still with a gap big enough for a herd of stampeding bulls to charge through haphazardly. Okay, whatever.
That didn't even make sense.
However, the issue had been solved quickly by the next day after the opening ceremony.
Oh, I think it was Gold, because, whatever, just... Gold said the first... Wait, no. Yeah, just say your thing.
Maybe they are.
I missed you, Tilda.
Tilde?
Oh. Gold said with a sigh, nuzzling Silver's ear affectionately. Silver gently shoved him away.
Why is this randomly a thing?
Glaring at a pair of girls who walked by, tittering. Ha, boys like each other. The gays are so funny. Let's titter.
I guess.
Gold made a wounded puppy face. Silver looked over at the stadium, which was an orange-golden color, shining proudly in the sunset.
Once again, it's sunsetting. Okay.
Idiot, I was standing beside... Yeah, it's Silver.
Idiot, I was sitting beside you the whole time. How could you possibly miss me? Gold gave up his puppy face with a cheeky grin, reaching out to tap the silvery-eyed male on the nose teasingly.
I missed. You were so quiet, I thought you had left me all alone. Rolling his eyes, Silver picked up his pace, catching up with his psychologist and personal guard, Gold hurrying after him to keep up. Hey, you're so mean, Silver. Don't just ditch me.
You're a dumbass, Silver said, smiling gently, and Gold laughed, grabbing Silver by the hand, spun him round. Disoriented, Silver regained his balance, glaring at Gold, who tugged him into a hug.
Yeah, but I'm your dumbass. Holding an affectionate smile, Silver hugged Gold back.
Hey, green line.
Only one this whole chapter. You always love you.
Or you two, hurry up if you're blocking the pavement. Green hollered, effectively breaking the moment, and Gold stuck his tongue out at the handsome brunette, who returned the action. Why? It's Green. Okay. Shuren adjusted his glasses, looking amused. Upon seeing that they were actually blocking the narrow pavement, Gold, with an exhilarated laugh, grabbed Silver's hand once again and dragged him along, running to catch up. Silver, hiding his face in his free hand the whole way, mortified that so many people had seen their public display.
Oh, diggity dang darn doodle.
That's the end of that chapter.
Yeah.
Yay.
No, we're not doing a double. No way. No
especially
way.
Since the whole memory card.
Yeah, especially with the memory card being full.
Podcast.
So, yeah, thanks for joining us.
For
once
this
again.
video turned podcast.
Again. Well, the problem is one of my memory cards just for some reason isn't working. I think it just needs to be replaced, and the one that is working can only hold
smaller one.
can only hold so much video, and behind the scenes we recorded 2 episodes today, so it's quite full of video.
We changed shirts and everything. You didn't have to reveal the secret.
My hair literally looks exactly the same.
My makeup.
Yeah, that too.
And my hair.
But, yeah, so until I figure out what's going on with all of this, hopefully we'll be able to avoid more podcasty stuff. Although, the audio quality is a lot nicer when it isn't trying to match it up with the video as well.
Probably.
It just sounds nicer. But I digress, it doesn't really matter. This chapter happened. I have already talked about it when we read it. Do you have anything you want to say?
Not really. It's pretty much the same thing that's been happening the last couple chapters.
Yeah. I honestly, that's why
I kind of wanted them to, have set up a bomb or something and have, go off at the end of the chapter.
It might.
Like a cliffhanger.
It might be next chapter's cliffhanger. We don't know.
I keep guessing all these exciting things will happen and then nothing
But,
happens.
nothing exciting happens.
Maybe this guy that they just mentioned will show up because he's looking at all the people. Nope. He's just watching people. That guy had nothing to do with anything, literally. He was just brought up for no reason.
See, the funny thing is, everything you're saying would make it so much more interesting, but we're just stuck with what we got.
Is he gonna see this? Does he, is he thinking about him because he can somehow sense that he's there or something?
Nope,
he's just thinking about this guy.
I already forgot his name.
Patrell,
thank you. Oh, God. Yeah.
He might show up later. Maybe. We'll see.
I'm waiting. We're almost to the halfway point. We are 26 chapters into this. I want it to pick up.
Yeah.
I promised myself that I would finish this because I like to see things through, but it's tested my patience. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's kind of aggravating in a different way than Red X Green, though. Because Red X Green was just kind of oh my god, you don't know what you're talking about, and you're terrible.
Yeah, this one's just
you could tell that they put some effort into it, so it's not they aren't terrible, but it's
it's just very slow. The pacing is so slow, and I'm finding it hard to keep holding my interest. I'm gonna keep reading it, but I've lost a lot of interest in what's going on. This world tournament needs to end. In any case, it is now
God, I'm so tired.
1:45 in the morning. We both have things to do. Technically later this morning.
Yeah.
But
I have to be at work by 11.
Good luck.
Till 1, and then get off for a couple hours.
Then we close
so I have
together.
to be back at 5, and then.
Anyway, guys, before we start literally just discussing our life.
Hey Friends Forever podcast.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. Hopefully this podcast stuff doesn't make you lose interest. I don't know. I can't really help it.
Maybe if you're more interested in the podcast version instead of watching the video.
Yeah, just let us know. That'd be cool.
We'd be fine with that.
Be sure to give the video a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already, because we have awesome new content that comes out every week. And yeah, if you have a fic you'd like us to read, just leave it down below, because we'll read it on the show.
Especially one-shots.
Yeah, one-shots. We would love one-shots.
5,000 words.
I would love one-shots, because I have a couple long fics that I want to read.
3 to 5,000 words.
And yeah, just, I don't know, thank you guys so much.
I refuse to let him start another long fic while we're in the middle of this long fic.
As much as I want to, because I really want to read a couple
a billion
fics.
words long.
I know, but we'll worry. Spoilers. We're going to get to it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Until next time, stay awesome, read more smut, and we'll see you next week with more Clockwork.
We haven't even read smut
Bye-bye.
for so long. Bye.
We read sex
Good
in this.
smut.